Look at this! Do you see this? Deer ate my babies! I was gonna do a video on transplanting and splitting hosta, but then I come out this morning and deer have decimated my precious little darlings. I hate them so much. But that's okay. This is a good segue. Hey everybody, JK here. Today I want to tell you about my second favorite plant in the world, hostas. Now, one of the best things about hostas is that they're practically indestructible. So even if deer come along and eat all of them down to stumps, it'll be okay. They will recover. Everything is fine. Hosta are sometimes called plantain lilies and are members of the asparagus family. They are native to Northeast Asia, so China, Korea, Japan, and even in some places they grow them as vegetables. Because yes, you can eat them, though some of them are toxic to cats, dogs, and horses when eaten in large quantities. But not deer! Never deer! Deer are fine, they can eat as many as they want. Anyway, Hosta are perennials, which means that they come back every spring, which is a really nice thing, because they require almost no upkeep. And best of all, they come in all sorts of leaf shapes and colors and sizes. It's really one of the best plants there is. One of the other best things about hosta is that they practically double in size every year. So in the spring, or really whenever, you can split them, and then you wind up with 2 hostas. And 2 is more than 1. The downside to this is eventually you run out of space, and so then you start digging up your yard and you run out of that space, and so you start putting them in pots, and eventually you look for land outside the city so that you can create a hosta empire. But that's another video. Today I wanted to show you the splitting process. To begin, we carefully dig all the way around the hosta. This, like Ukrainian eggs, takes a while, so let me speed the video up.
And anything I say during this part sounds like a chipmunk. And if I was a chipmunk, I would be Simon, because he's also lanky and wears glasses, and basically I look almost identical to him, except I don't have a giant blue turtleneck that reaches all the way to my shoes.
Okay, so once we have the hosta dug out, well, it's time to perform surgery. Now, I'm not a doctor. Okay, let's get started. Now, this particular hosta hasn't been split in several years, so it's going to be trickier to cut apart. The key is to try to cut between the sprouts. For a long time, I was extremely careful to try to never kill a single one, but then I ended up with so many plants that I became desensitized, and now I don't even hold little hosta funerals for the ones that don't make it. Well, most of the time. Anyway, because hosta grows so well and can be split like this, they're sometimes referred to as the friendship plant, because you can give all your extra ones to friends, whether they want them or not. And if you have a friend who just bought a new house and he doesn't even know that he's about to be inundated with 1,000 million hosta plants, well, he'll find out in the next week or two. Then you just jam them right back in the ground and they grow like there's no tomorrow. They really are the best. So if hosta can survive wherever you live, I highly recommend you get some. Later in the summer, I will come back and take another video to show you them in all their leafy glory. Well, as long as no deer return to use my yard as a freaking Golden Corral buffet. If you do decide to get some hosta, I also recommend this. It's synthetic coyote urine, and it smells terrible. But the smell does usually keep away deer, and also rabbits, according to the label, though we don't have rabbits around here. I also suggested that I spray my wife with synthetic coyote urine so that the deer didn't eat her, but she said no, because she's weird. Anyway, I'm going to go continue to build my hosta kingdom, and I wish you well. Then I'm going to buy a sword and sit in my front yard all night. We'll see how much the deer want my plants. There's construction going on. I don't know if you can hear it. It's interrupting my muse. My muse is being interrupted. It's tremendously disruptive. I can't work like this.